The Park Assist system uses front, rear and side sensors that monitor the vehicle's perimeter and help the driver with parking maneuvers. The maneuvers can begin when the system detects an appropriate parking space. The assistant will tell you to engage the correct gear and to accelerate or brake as necessary. The driver must release the steering wheel to give the assistant control of the steering. During the maneuver, Park Assist Plus assists the driver by giving visual and audio warnings about obstacles detected in front of and behind the vehicle. As you approach the obstacle, the frequency of the audible signals will increase. The infotainment screen displays the front and rear areas divided into segments that light up in different colours, depending on the distance away from the detected object. Grey segments. The obstacle is more than approximately 30 centimetres away from the path or in the direction opposite to travel. They are also displayed when the electronic parking brake is activated. Yellow segments. The obstacles lie on the vehicle's path at a distance of approximately 30 centimetres away. Red segments. Obstacles are at a distance of less than 30 centimetres approximately. The rear Park Assist is an optical and audible assistant that warns of obstacles located behind the vehicle. There are sensors integrated in the rear bumper. When they detect an obstacle, you are alerted by audible and visible warnings on the infotainment system. The rear view camera, RVC, is a camera built into the bumper, which gives a view of the rear of the vehicle and makes the reversing or parking maneuver easier for the driver. The camera image is viewed together with orientation lines projected on the infotainment system screen. Depending on the vehicle's equipment, it is configured in the following modes: reverse parking into a bay, assistance function for hitching a trailer, cross-traffic control. Passenger recognition function, only for PHEV vehicles. The system reduces air conditioning when the passenger seat and/or the rear seats are not occupied. Air conditioning percentage reached function. In percentage terms, it shows the difference between the target and actual comfort temperature in each zone, driver and passenger. Color of the air distribution arrows. The arrows on the cooling supply are shown on the screen in blue and the heating one in red, depending on the temperature conditions of the passenger compartment and the environment. Offsetting solar radiation using 3-zone climatronics. Those areas where there is an increase in temperature due to the sun are offset with an extra boost of cool air. Automatic air recirculation mode. The system regulates the outdoor air intake according to the level of impurities detected. Given a high concentration of harmful substances, the air recirculation is automatically activated to prevent them from entering the passenger compartment. When the level of impurities drops to within a normal range, it allows fresh air into the passenger compartment. Air care. When the system is active, outside air is not allowed to enter, recirculating the passenger compartment air through a filter that absorbs allergenic pollutants. It is automatically deactivated if a door, lid, windows or sunroof is opened. iClimate. Features that automatically adjust the climate control for a certain time to instantly achieve warm hands, cool feet, defog windscreen, warm feet, fresh air. Depending on the environmental conditions, there will be features that will not be offered. These will appear dimmed on the screen. Interior humidity regulation. The humidity sensor calculates the percentage of relative humidity in the passenger compartment by disconnecting the compressor when it is not necessary for efficient energy consumption and reducing emissions of polluting particles. Another function of the humidity sensor is to ensure that the vehicle's windows do not fog. It does this by allowing the climatronic to prevent this beforehand. When the drive profile is selected in Eco mode, when stationary in start and stop, the air conditioning is reduced, achieving fuel savings and reduction of polluting particles. Voice control. Some functions can be voice-controlled, thus allowing greater driving safety. The door opening warning warns vehicle occupants of a possible collision when opening the door when the vehicle is stationary. The system uses the vehicle's rear sensors to monitor the sides and rear of the vehicle. If a moving object approaching from the rear is detected when opening the door, an audio warning will be given. Additionally, the control lamp of the lane departure warning of the corresponding door will flash. The parking space exit assist helps the driver when reversing out of a parking bay and in situations of poor visibility. The assistant uses the radar sensors located on the rear bumper to monitor traffic in the area behind the vehicle when reversing. If it detects the proximity of a vehicle, it gives the driver an audio and visual warning. If the driver does not apply the brake, the system intervenes automatically and applies the brakes to prevent a potential collision. The electronic parking brake replaces the handbrake. It is used to immobilize the vehicle when stopping or parking. The electric parking brake is applied using the button on the center console. Pull the lever until the symbol and indicator on the instrument cluster lights up. The electronic parking brake automatically disengages when the accelerator pedal is pressed gently to move off. The Kessie system allows you to unlock or lock the vehicle without using the key or the control. If the vehicle detects the key less than 2 meters away, just touch the sensor inside the front door handle to open the door and automatically unlock the car. Kessie also allows you to lock the car by touching the sensor located on the outside of the front door handles. Visual confirmation that the doors are locked is given by a single flash of the hazard lights. The auto hold function immobilizes the vehicle for a certain amount of time with the engine running. This function is activated by pressing the auto hold button. Once connected, the function assists the driver in situations such as climbing hills, stopping at traffic lights, and in heavy traffic situations. When the auto hold function detects that the car has stopped and the brake pedal has been released, it immobilizes the vehicle. When the driver lightly touches the accelerator pedal, the function is deactivated and the vehicle starts moving again. The purpose of the front assist emergency braking assist system is to avoid head-on collisions against vehicles or pedestrians in the vehicle's path, or to minimize their consequences. The front assist system has a camera at the top of the windscreen and a radar sensor on the front of the vehicle to detect the presence of objects. If a risk of a head-on collision is detected, the system operates in a staggered manner, depending on the situation. Firstly, it gives a visual and audio warning to the driver. If this does not prompt the driver to brake, or if braking is insufficient, autonomous emergency braking is activated. If the driver initiates a swerve maneuver, the assistant helps to optimize the swerve's trajectory. The system's operation can be cancelled by pressing the accelerator pedal or firmly turning the steering wheel.
Impulso. Una fuerza eléctrica que nos mueve a hacer lo que sentimos. Como seres humanos generamos ese impulso. Y nada nos lleva más lejos que aquello que nos sale de dentro. El impulso de una nueva generación. Cupra Born, 100% eléctrico.
The vehicle has different charging modes, in fixed AC charging station and in an AC outlet using a portable charging station. To start the charging process, the vehicle must be stopped, the drive readiness turned off, and the gear shift lever in park position. In AC station or wall box, you will follow these steps. Connect the charging cable to the charging point. If the charging station already has the cable incorporated, this step will not be necessary. Open the battery charging cover by pressing on it. Plug the cable into the charging socket until it is secure, at which point the connector locks automatically. During charging, the charging process LED indicator flashes green. The LED may not turn green during the process for different reasons. If the LED is flashing yellow, this indicates that the gearshift lever has not been engaged in P position. If the yellow LED is permanently on, this indicates that no electrical network has been detected. A check of the charging point should be requested. A red flashing LED shows that there is an error in the charging system. If it is permanently on, this indicates that the charging connector has not been locked. Unplug the charging connector and plug it back into the charging socket, making sure it is properly inserted. If the problem persists, check the compatibility of the cable or ask a professional for help. When the high-voltage battery is fully charged, the charging process display on the charging socket lights up permanently in green. Unlock the vehicle, unplug the charging connector from the vehicle's charging socket within 30 seconds. Disconnect the charging cable from the power supply and finally put on the protective cap. Close the charging flap until it is in place. The same method is used for charging with the portable charging station. This cable, like the fixed stations, has basic functions of electrical protection and communication with the vehicle. The portable charging station, included as standard, connects to a conventional home power socket, and the charging process is slower. The drive profile allows the driver to choose between different drive profiles that change the behavior of some functions, such as the engine, suspension, or steering. Comfort allows a relaxed and comfortable driving style. Its main characteristic is the soft suspension setting, DCC. Sport gives the vehicle a dynamic response in function, such as power steering, for sportier driving. Cupra. It gives the vehicle a distinctly sporty character, allowing the best performance to be attained. An off-road profile is available on 4-drive models, which allows the vehicle's parameter settings to be customized for optimal off-road driving. The side assist system detects vehicles in the car's blind spot to guarantee safe lane changes. Sensors located on the rear bumper survey the area and monitor the distance and speed of vehicles on both sides. If the sensors detect any vehicle in this area, the driver is warned by the LED warning lamp on the appropriate side. If the driver turns on the turn signal to turn towards the side where the vehicle has been detected, the LED will flash a warning. Once the vehicle has moved away from the monitored area, the lane change can be carried out safely. Emergency Assist can detect if there is no driver activity, take control of the vehicle, and actively help avoid a possible accident. Emergency Assist uses the front radar and windscreen camera technology to keep the vehicle in its lane and bring it to a standstill if necessary. To attract the driver's attention, the assistant gives optical and audio warnings and jerks the brakes. It starts to brake the vehicle, keeps it in its lane, and, depending on the equipment, tightens the seatbelt. The system warns other drivers on the road by activating the hazard warning lights. It also sounds the horn. As soon as the vehicle comes to a stop, the doors are unlocked, the interior lighting comes on, and the electronic brake is activated. Finally, if the vehicle is fitted with the eCall system, it makes an emergency call.
Acércate más, siente más. Cupra León híbrido.
The multifunction steering wheel is fitted with modules that allow you to control different functions without distracting your attention from driving. The buttons on the left-hand side of the multifunction steering wheel allow you to control the volume, activate and reset the programmed speed, switch the cruise control assistant on or off, switch travel assistant on or off, change the set ACC distance, increase or decrease the programmed speed, select the driving profile. Briefly press the Cupra button to change the driving profile. Press and hold for direct access to the Cupra profile. The functions on the right-hand side of the steering wheel allow you to select and browse through radio stations, switch steering wheel heating on or off, switch the voice control function on or off, switch between digital panel views, change the instrument cluster menu. Turning the control wheel allows you to navigate through the instrument cluster or zoom in, out of the map in the digital cockpit. Press it to select the highlighted option. The Start Engine Stop button is located at the bottom of the center console and, depending on the version, on the multifunction steering wheel. It is a Start, Press and Drive button that starts and stops the engine. For this, there must be a valid key inside the passenger compartment. The Tiptronic system also allows the driver to change gears manually. The gear shift paddles are found on the multifunction steering wheel and can be used when the selector lever is in the position DS. Press the plus gear shift paddle to change up a gear. Press the minus gear shift paddle to change down a gear. To exit the Tiptronic mode, pull the right-hand gear shift paddle towards the steering wheel for approximately 1 second. The Lane Assist system helps the driver keep the vehicle in the lane in which it is driving. The Lane Assist system detects and analyzes visible lane markings using the camera located on the windscreen. If the vehicle gets too close to the lane boundaries, the system alerts the driver and activates a steering wheel movement to correct the direction, returning the vehicle to its correct position. When the driver switches on the turn signal or intentionally turns the steering wheel to change lanes, the system temporarily switches to a passive mode. We recommend only using this warning system on motorways and well-marked wide roads. The Travel Assist driving assistant combines the Adaptive Cruise Control, ACC, and the Lane Assist systems for convenient driving. When the assistant is switched on, the vehicle's sensors observe its surroundings and control the speed and direction. The assistant uses the front sensor to calculate a suitable cruise speed to remain the required braking distance away from the vehicle in front. It uses the camera on the windscreen to analyse lane markings on the road surface to keep the vehicle in the centre of the lane. This combination of assistance controls the vehicle's accelerator, brakes and steering. The SEAT ACC Adaptive Cruise Control allows the driver to set a cruise speed and stay at a safe distance away from the vehicle in front. The ACC Adaptive Cruise Control allows the driver to set a cruise speed and stay at a safe distance away from the vehicle in front. The radar sensor located on the front bumper measures the distance and speed of the vehicles in front. The driver can set a constant speed between 30 and 210 km per hour and select the braking distance to be maintained with the vehicle in front. There are 5 distance levels to choose from. The ACC calculates the speed at which the vehicle should drive to maintain the selected distance. The ACC can brake your vehicle to a standstill if another vehicle stops and move off again automatically